Because I see y'all's love. Y'all call, y'all text, y'all DM me. And there are some people that I know God has put in my life who have been so amazing and so uplifting and have my back 100.
You won't believe what's come out about Melody Shari. A woman who seemed unstoppable, full of ambition, strength, and grace now finds herself at the center of a crisis that has left her fans in shock and concern. At just 39 years old, the beloved star of Love and Marriage, Huntsville has been hit with a critical health scare, one so serious. Even actor and political activist Hill Harper stepped in to confirm the heartbreaking news. What happened to Melody Shari? And why has the world gone quiet around her sudden disappearance from public appearances? Stay right here, because what we're about to uncover will not only shake fans, it will make you question how well we really know the people we watch, follow, and idolize. This is a story of warning, a story of strength, and a story of one woman who refused to let her silence be her ending. But before we dive deep, please take a moment to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss updates like this, because the truth deserves to be heard, and today, we're telling it real and unfiltered.
But what I wanted to say was, last week, and I'm going to say this, last week even, with everything else, dealing with and going on, Wednesday, Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning, I just wasn't feeling good. So I was like, man, I could tell I had a little fever, wasn't feeling well. So I went.
Now let's take it back, before the media frenzy, before the confirmations, before the fear began to creep in. For those who followed Melody Shari from the beginning, you know she isn't just a reality TV star. She's a powerhouse, a businesswoman, a mother, a survivor of one of the most emotionally toxic public divorces reality TV has ever documented. She inspired millions by walking away from a broken marriage, rebuilding her life, and turning pain into purpose. She became a symbol of resilience for women everywhere, especially Black women navigating love, motherhood, and entrepreneurship under constant scrutiny. But even the strongest warriors have limits. Over the past few months, fans started noticing something strange. Melody, known for her frequent social media updates, had gone quiet. At first, people assumed it was just a social media break. But then came the missed appearances, the canceled podcast interviews, the vague and cryptic Instagram stories, single words like rest or pause with no further explanation. Something was wrong. And then came the silence. It wasn't just unusual, it was eerie. The woman who had once shared every step of her journey had suddenly become invisible. No posts, no lives, no interactions. Fans started asking, where is Melody? And then, the whispers began. Sources close to Melody began leaking bits and pieces. A hospitalization, a sudden collapse, extreme fatigue. But still nothing official, until the name Hill Harper entered the conversation. Now, Hill Harper isn't just a fellow public figure.
I'm an actor, I'm an author, and someone who cares about social justice and education.
He's an advocate, a Harvard-educated actor, a cancer survivor himself, and someone known for his social justice work in Black communities. When he speaks, people listen. And when Hill Harper posted a heartfelt message on X, formerly Twitter, urging fans to keep Melody in your prayers during this difficult health battle, the internet broke. No details, no diagnosis. Just a message, a warning, and the confirmation. Fans were dreading. Something was seriously wrong. What followed was a wave of emotional outpouring. Fans began sharing their own stories of chronic illness, of overwork, of burnout, because Melody had always seemed superhuman, and now, suddenly, she was fragile, human, vulnerable. But what could cause a woman so vibrant, so focused, so full of life to suddenly step away from the world? According to multiple sources close to the show's production, Melody had been experiencing severe health symptoms for months. Migraines that left her unable to speak, extreme fatigue, dizziness, panic attacks. Her schedule was packed, her stress levels high, and the pressure to constantly perform was beginning to take a physical toll. Some speculated lupus. Others whispered about early signs of an autoimmune disorder. A few even wondered aloud about a possible minor stroke. But no one, not her team, not her family, had given a name to the illness, and that's what made it more terrifying. When there are no answers, the fear becomes louder than the facts. Melody had been pushing herself for years. After her divorce from Martel, she didn't just walk away, she rose. She launched skincare lines, released music, booked speaking engagements, and co-parented her children with grace. She became a voice for women, fighting silently behind closed doors. But in doing so, she poured every ounce of herself into the world and may have forgotten to leave some energy for her own healing. There's a cruel irony to public success. The more people you inspire, the more you feel you can't stop, can't rest, can't say no. Because what happens if you fall? Will people still see you the same? Melody tried to keep going, but her body said otherwise. Behind the scenes, doctors reportedly urged her to stop, to take an extended break. But being Melody Shari, stopping felt like failure, until it didn't become a choice anymore. It was during a quiet morning in June, according to one anonymous insider, that Melody collapsed. While walking from her bedroom to her home office, her children were in the house, her mother was nearby. She was rushed to the hospital. No press, no cameras, no Instagram filters, just the cold, sterile truth of an emergency room. That was the turning point. From that moment on, her inner circle went into protection mode. Her management team canceled her calendar. Her phone was taken away. And for the first time in a decade, Melody was silent, not because she wanted to be, but because she had to be. And that's when Hill Harper reached out. Sources say he had been quietly mentoring Melody through the pressures of fame, often warning her about the toll it can take, especially on Black women who feel the burden of representation. Having faced his own cancer battle, Hill recognized the signs. And when he heard what had happened, he made the call. It's time to rest, to heal, and most importantly, to not be afraid of looking vulnerable in a world that only celebrates strength. His post was simple, but it echoed like thunder. That single message sparked a movement. #Pray for Melody began trending within hours. Fans flooded her social media with love, prayers, and testimonies. Women spoke up about their own silent battles. Men expressed regret for expecting too much from the women in their lives. Something had shifted. Melody's health scare wasn't just a private battle, it had become a cultural moment, and that's exactly what she would have wanted, because even in her absence, she was teaching something. That healing isn't weakness. That rest is revolutionary. That women of color do not have to be strong every single day. As days turned to weeks, small updates trickled in. A family member shared a post of her listening to soft music, bundled in blankets, sipping herbal tea. A close friend mentioned that Melody was resting, reflecting, and regaining her strength. No new photos. No public statements. Just whispers of peace. And for once, fans weren't demanding more. They were protecting her, holding space, letting her be human. That's where we are now. A moment of quiet, a moment of hope. But the story isn't over, because what Melody is going through isn't just about illness, it's about all of us. About what we expect from public figures. About how we praise strength and punish softness. About how we ignore the warning signs until someone collapses. And if we've learned anything from her journey so far, it's that she's not done yet.